Carpe Zeus. This image came in last Thursday evening of a good-sized hog coming into my water hole. It had me intrigued because I had not seen this hog before, and it got me started for the next 3 nights of hunting. He'd also shown up a little bit earlier at a nearby feeder, so he was coming in at daylight. I set up on Friday night, nothing, although he came a couple hours later. Saturday night, I showed up a little bit late, watched the raccoons play for a while, but apparently the hog had already been there, which I did not realize at the time, and I spent all night in the stand. Sunday came around, my buddies Bob and Tully came over to shoot. We spent the afternoon shooting, and then after they left, I moved just a couple hundred yards away and got set up in my stand overlooking 2 feeders, one at 100 yards and one at 45 yards. Once I was in the stand, I realized that there was fresh rooting under the close feeder that hadn't been there the day before. As it turned out, it was a good thing that Bob and Tully left when they did. I hadn't been in the stand for 30 minutes when this hog came trotting in from the side, going to the feeder. As it was still daylight, I ducked down behind the edge of the stand in order to get my rifle ready, get my muffs on, get the rifle over the rail, and then on target. He was a good-sized boar, but a little bit stinky. The shot entered behind the left jaw and exited out below the right eye. The entry wound had a typical small hole entry. The exit wound didn't look like much either until I pulled back the skin. As the hog had his head down when I shot, the bullet entered behind the left jaw, came up into the basisphenoid bones of the lower skull, through the lower orbit, taking out the zygomatic arch, the lacrimal bone, part of the premaxilla, nasal bones, and maxilla as well. It was a very disruptive shot. Carpe Zeus, my friends.